Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. Bitcoin continues to move a little bit to the downside here today. Obviously from yesterday till today we had already quite a bit of a drop. The idea is and remains that as long as Bitcoin stays below the 30,050 level, we are going to head down in a C wave of wave 2. That's the expectation. That remains the expectation. It can happen in a couple of ways, really. But first of all, let's just remind ourselves of where we are. The overall idea here on the 1 hour chart, if I zoom out, we have the idea that off the 10th of March low, Bitcoin rallied in a wave 1 to the 14th of April high, and that we're now in this sort of ABC structure, ABC. How the B wave unfolds, that can happen in several forms and in several shapes. I showed you a triangle option, showed you a couple of other options in previous videos. It doesn't need to be the triangle. The key is though that the triangle wave count gives us a clear invalidation point. So again, the 30,050 level is, as I said in the last video, is sort of the decision point, the pivot between a breakdown, a direct breakdown in the C wave, deeper into the yellow support area within this wave 2, and a higher B wave before we come down in C. So the overall wave 2 scenario that we are in a wave 2, I mean, that doesn't really get affected by what the B wave does. Again, it can be that we came down in A wave, the B wave unfolds a bit as a triangle, will then break down. It could be that we had an A wave, we're doing something like that, a higher B wave, and we then come down. There are different ways of how this B wave can unfold. And we just need to be flexible when we are in a correction like a B wave. The benefit of Elliott Wave here is definitely that it tells us that we are in a B wave, that we need to be careful, that we can expect headwinds, that we can expect up and down, rapid volatility, because the market in a B wave, it sometimes hasn't made up its mind yet, and in corrective structures anyway. So they are not very clear patterns. They don't really give us very, very clear targets, not in a corrective pattern. But it could be, the range can be traded as suggested in the last few videos. But the point is here that as long as we stay below 30,050, which is the high of that, that swing high that was put in on the 26th of April, right? This is the 30,050 level. So as long as we stay below that, this triangle count is valid, or alternatively, a direct sell-off count is valid. They both eventually, the question is just, even in a triangle count, we could get one more high here in an E wave before we come down, or we sell off directly. But nothing happens in a straight line anyway. So you would also, when we're already in the sell off in the wave C, we would see a 5-wave move, something like that. Okay. Also here you would see another leg to the upside at some point. So we just need to be aware of the 30,050 level. Again, as long as we're holding that, sell off is anticipated. A break above that would unlock a high B wave that could be quite strong, could send us above 30k, at least for a short period, before then coming down in the C wave. And a confirmation that we are really breaking down here directly would be a break below the 27,260 level. It is the swing low that was made on the 26th of April. That's sort of the situation in which we are at the moment. It can still move sideways. A few people asked me in the previous video that, oh, it can't be a triangle because this looks like a 5-wave move down. You can't always say that. Any 5-wave move can be interpreted as a corrective structure as well, in a very straightforward way. I can show you that very easily. The different ways. I mean, this is now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why a few people said, okay, you can count that as a 5-wave move down. But guess what? It just put another leg down in. So again, I always encourage people not to be try to be too academic about like 15-minute charts, because they can change quickly anyway. And the predictive powers of Elliott Wave, they fade the lower we go in the degree. They still work, but again, this could easily be, just to show you what could it be? It could be, for example, what could it be? We have there's different ways of counting this, but you could easily say a WXY or something. That's possible. They can always morph. So just because we have 5 waves down at some point, doesn't mean, and obviously then that put some confidence in that we could already be in the direct sell-off. But I said, look, until we break those pivots that are indicated, we simply don't know. This can always turn around or whatever, put another low in, then you suddenly have a corrective structure again, right? So just be aware that we at the moment still can put this triangle in place, especially given that the Fed interest rate decision won't come until Wednesday, So it could still do another leg up, slowly, and then we get a bit of a decision and a catalyst on the 3rd of May. There is not much more to add. Obviously downside pressure at the moment, but we are still holding support here. We haven't invalidated the triangle. So I think the mindset needs to be we are in a sideways range until it breaks. And the breakout points clearly identified 30,050 and 27,260. And that's where we are. Not much more to add. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.